it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse, and I'm here with Nikhil, Head of Product Line Management at Brooks. And look, Nikhil, we've seen a lot of great shoes from Brooks over the past year, really starting with that Hyperion Elite. We saw it on the feet of Des when she took the win in Boston. And over the years, we've been making small progress year after year. What do we have today?
Yeah, I mean, Connor, it's great to be with you. Des won the 2018 Boston Marathon in that first round prototype of the Hyperion Elite. We haven't looked back since. And with 2024 coming around, the Paris Olympics, we really coined it our year of speed. And so looking at all of our, performance cushioning product, we came up with a really cool story talking to the athletes like Des and CJ, Josh and Nia. And we always look for a contradiction. And in this case, they really talked a lot about wanting the footwear, whether it's road racing shoes or the spikes, to be an extension of their body. So feel really natural and comfortable. But at the same time, they're looking to have that superhuman version of themselves be augmented, propelled onto their toes. And that doesn't necessarily always jive together. So it was a great challenge. And we built this story called Supernatural Speed, which you're going to see across the entire collection for 2024.
Yeah, when we talk about speed, when we talk about performance, now in 2024, the foams are a key component. And I think we might as well start off with the shoe that started it all, the Hyperion Elite. Give us a lowdown on the latest version.
Sure, I mean, you nailed it. The foams are making such a big difference. This is the Hyperion Elite 4. Obviously the fourth version, it has a new foam, still Flash, which is nitrogen injected, but it has more displacement, more spring back or responsiveness. It's softer, it's lighter, so really kind of amping things up in terms of the pure chemistry and the mechanical properties, but then also using geometry, especially in the outsole. We really carved out space. And we have a new carbon fiber plate called Speedball Plus. We're partnered with a brand called Aris, which is in the Bay Area. They specialize in additive manufacturing, finite element analysis, and so we've really been able to tune the carbon fiber plate down to the size level. So we not only tune it to the size level, which makes a big difference, right? Des is a women's 6.5, Josh is a men's size 11. You can't just take a men's size 9 and scale it and expect it to function and have the bending stiffness that you want. And so that's been a huge unlock in the shoe. But we've also been able to extend that plate, widen the plate in the forefoot, so you really get to generate that force and keep the weight down. So we've actually dropped the weight to 7.6 ounces on the shoe and go up in stack height by at least 3 millimeters. We're right at that sub 40 millimeter World Athletics regulation. So at 39.5 in the heel, 31.5 in the forefoot.
And a lot goes into the plate. And just taking a look at the bottom, you can actually see some cutouts in the plate, which not only provide a little bit of weight savings, but also should provide a little bit of a different feel from that last version.
Oh yeah, hands down. I mean, it's still like an aggressive kind of spoon-shaped configuration, lower in the forefoot, higher in the heel. But by carving out that space and making sure that we have the material where you need it, we're providing the propulsion for the runner, but not adding weight. So it's certainly been something that our athletes, I mean, Josh won the Fifth Avenue Mile in the shoe, so just a mile, obviously. But then we've also had Zach Banning race at the Marathon World Championships in Budapest in the shoe, first American. So already seeing great results, and we're excited to launch it in conjunction with the Olympic Marathon trials in February, 1st of February of next year.
So this is going to be your elite race day shoe, but when you're looking for more versatility, what have you learned with the Hyperion Max?
Yeah, you know what, again, that's the beauty of working with our elite athletes, right? We provide them product, it's race day, on the edge, but we want to bring that same feeling to everyday running. And so as much as this is your elite shoe, we've taken that same technology, Flash version 2. This is the new Hyperion Max 2. This has gone up in stack height by 6 millimeters in the forefoot, 4 millimeters in the heel. So we've gone to a 6 millimeter offset on the shoe. So you're at a total stack height of 36 in the heel, 30 in the forefoot. big upgrade. The weight has gone up, so it's a little bit heavier, obviously, at 9.1 ounces, but we also added in a P-Bax plate. So that's going to really help in terms of providing a little bit of that propulsion, but then also help with the roll forward. So as we like to call it, this shoe has rapid roll, but it's soft, it's plush. It's going to really hug the foot in the upper, because the upper is a softer kind of double jacquard mesh, so more accessible, not as aggressive as the lightweight mesh, which that is more like a sock. This is kind of like more of a plush sock on your foot, and we do have a flat knit tongue with a gusset and that kind of swoop back heel collar. Some cool branding on the medial side. The Hyperion Elite 4 is at $250. The Hyperion Max 2 is $180. And so that's where this is that everyday responsive cushioning shoe, going to provide you a lot of plush cushioning, but it feels light and fast.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see that stack go up. I think now it's going to be a shoe that's more in my wheelhouse. And of course, when you go up higher, you need some different technologies to create that inherent stability. And I think that's where that P-Bax plate is going to help. Of course, the higher sidewalls and a little bit wider net base. A versatile shoe that really can work for anything from workout day, daily training, and for some people, maybe race day. Nikhil, though, what else do we have?
Oh man, you know your geometry. That was awesome. I love that. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people, and we've learned from our Hyperion Max that does not have a plate, that they don't necessarily want a plate. So our Hyperion II takes the place of that previous Hyperion Max. And so we go up in stack height on the shoe again. The total stack height is 31 in the heel, 23 in the forefoot. Stays at an 8mm offset, but everything goes up by 4mm. This has that new DNA flash nitrogen. Same material that's in the Hyperion Elite 4, Hyperion Max 2. Super versatile, really lightweight. This is 6.8 ounces. Wow. Even with us going up in stack height, the team did an incredible job. Really soft, plush upper, a little bit more structure and cushioning in the tongue. This is that everyday responsive cushioning shoe. You can pick up the pace a little bit, you can hang back and go nice and easy. Feels like butter on the foot.
Yeah, I mean, 6.8 ounces. It's getting lighter and lighter, and a lot of that's coming from these new foams. They're helping out so much, not only in weight, but in responsiveness. But that foam is not only seen on the roadside, it's also transferring over to the track to help athletes like Josh Kerr maybe take the gold this year at the Olympics. Show us the track spikes that you might see on his feet.
Yeah, I mean, this is super exciting, right? So we worked with Josh, Nia, the Beasts, the Mavericks, on a number of things, and at the end of the day, we built two spikes. This is the Hyperion Elite LD, the long distance spike, so 1500 meters to 10K, same DNA flash V2, nitrogen injected, and then what we did was we built a carbon composite plate, and the secret sauce about this is that the flash foam actually comes through, kind of extruded through the plate. And that provides us a little bit more foam. You get to maximize the foam, talking about how the foams are doing all that magic on the track, on the road, but you still have something that's stiff and provides that propulsion. The upper is super lightweight, deconstructed, has a little bit of an asymmetrical execution. We call this our victory tape badging on the lateral side, and then we stick to our path configuration on the other side. And yeah, Josh won the 1500 meter world championships in Budapest in this spike. It was absolutely amazing seeing him cross the finish line. This spike stayed at 4.8 ounces. It is World Athletics approved, even with the new regulations that are going to start November 1st. So we built this spike knowing that he was going to use it at Budapest, in Paris, and then going through to 26 as well. So that's the long distance spike. And then we did something super cool with the middle distance spike. I'm gonna give that to you, Connor. Yeah, so with the middle distance spike, so this is 800 meters. and 800 meters to 1500 meters, I would say. So Nia played a huge part in this spike where she was looking to just get up on her toes, really have that explosiveness from when the gun goes off. 800 meters is a brutal event. It's almost a sprint from when the gun goes off. And so what we did is we actually took that same carbon composite plate, we top loaded it. So that allows us to really like activate the Flash V2 foam with the runner wanting to be up on their toes more. But then we took that plate and we brought it back, and it's bottom loaded in the heel. And what that does is that as you rock up onto your forefoot, it kind of like catapults you forward. So it's a little bit of a mind bending and boggling execution. And then we do have a traction plate for your 6-spin spikes, but then we have the foam come through again in that spike plate. And what's really cool about this design is it's inspired by the flowers that the athletes get when they're on the podium. So you get a medal, but very often, all the time, they have those flowers depending on the country for the World Athletics, the championships or the Olympics. And so super cool designs, super lightweight, aggressive track spikes, but it doesn't stop there, right? Road, track, and then the next frontier is the trail.
You know, you've seen the super foams be so prevalent on the road and on the track, but maybe not as much on the trail. Now, are we seeing this technology in a racing shoe?
Yeah, we actually have a trail racing shoe. This is the new Catamount Agil. So this shoe is really all about tunnel vision, vertical 1Ks, really kind of going crazy on the trails. I don't know how these athletes do it, but they're bombing down the trails, you know, scaling mountain peaks, and they're going fast. And what you need with this shoe is you really need something that's lightweight, it's aggressive. So this has a little bit of a mono mesh upper, so that keeps all the debris out, really like locks your foot onto the platform with this sock upper that's integrated in the tongue as well as in that heel area. So you got nothing getting in there to bother you whatsoever, no dust, no debris. And then the outsole is our Trail Tack green outsole. And we added a Speedball trail plate to this as well. And so the plate is going to provide, you know, again, that snap that you need, but it's low profile, 6mm offset. So you've got a low center of gravity, really nice lug height of 4.5mm to really provide that grip and traction. This is that rally car on the trail, whether you're going uphill, downhill. Super exciting shoe that we're bringing in line.
Yeah, I mean, bouncy foam, so you get that responsiveness. That plate, it looks adaptable, so it will be able to work on a lot of different trail surfaces. But the one thing, you already handed this shoe to me, it is so light. I mean, this might just be one of the lightest trail shoes on the market. I definitely think we'll probably see this on the feet of a lot of athletes going to set an FKT or personal best on the trails.
Yeah.
So I guess we've seen every shoe on the road, on the track, and on the trail. A lot of excitement coming from Brooks. For the people looking to get these shoes on their feet, when can they have them?
Yeah, I mean, we coined it our year of speed. We're so excited. It starts off with the Hyperion Elite 4, 1st of February, in conjunction with the Olympic Marathon trials. We then have the Catamount Agil, 1st of March. The new spikes, Hyperion Elite middle distance, long distance, available 1st of April. And then we'll bring the Hyperion Max 2 in conjunction with the track and field trials, so middle to end of June, and then finally follow it up with the Hyperion II around 1st of July. So that's your supernatural speed story, that's your Hyperion series. Can't be more excited about this cool story. And the color scheme across all the product is also going to tie to the Elite Athlete apparel kit.
Perfect. Well, from the roads to the track to the trail, Brooks has got a lot of excitement in 2024. If you're looking to get any of these shoes on your feet, you'll be able to find them here at Running Warehouse.